Okay, well, it's 1:05. We are recording this session, so we'll be able to show people after the event. So I'll start off by saying welcome. This is the third in our series of virtual presentations. The first two were actual research lab tours. Both of those are available on our website and will be up there for the rest of the month. This session is very different. This one's about services available to people living with a brain tumour. For those who don't know me, I'm Ginta Orchard. I'm from the Neurosurgical Research Foundation. Our primary purpose is to raise money for neurosurgical research conditions. In doing so, we work alongside the neurosurgeons very closely. We've established that there is a gap in services for people living with a brain tumour. So we've taken upon ourselves to provide information on the NRF website and to help link patients with all the services that are available to those people living with a brain tumour. All the services that I'm going to refer to today, there are links on our website and we'll show you where they are at the end. Sorry. So the four main organisations that I'll be introducing you to are Brain Tumour Australia Alliance, Peace of Mind, the National Advocacy Service, and the Adelaide Brain Tumour Support Group. There are many others as well, and we'll go through them today. So I'd like to start off with the National Advocacy Service. This is a brand new service that was only established on the 1st of November last year. This is a service that is there to help you with your application to NDIS, Centrelink, and the Carer Gateway. They have had an extremely good success at having patients access these services. Mainly, the tumour must be a primary tumour, and also in most cases you must have had brain surgery to enable you to access these services. They say that it's never too early or never too late to contact them in your journey. They will let you know not only will they walk you through the service of the application, but they'll let you know exactly when you should be applying. They also can send you out the survivorship diary, which a lot of people find helpful. I also want to say that next week they'll be doing a session themselves live, talking about how to access the NDIS. So I suggest that you come along, and like I said, it's never too late or never too early in your brain tumour journey. The Brain Tumour Australia Alliance, these guys are a specific helpline for people with a brain tumour. I know there are other helplines out there, such as the Cancer Council. They deal with many different types of cancer, so they're not always on top of exactly what is best for people with a brain cancer or brain tumour. So I do recommend that this is a much better helpline, support line and services line for those people living with a brain tumour. It is also run by people who have been through the journey themselves and are also there to provide support as well as accessing services. Then there's Peace of Mind Foundation. Again, these guys are great for counselling and wellbeing. However, they also are very experienced in financial assistance, and they provide a great retreat service and respite care service. They actually are also one of the charities that support the NDIS and helped establish that in accessing the NDIS. These guys actually produce the survivorship diaries. So again, this is where you can get your survivorship diary. They are based in Victoria. However, they do provide a national service. Then there's the Adelaide Brain Tumour Support Group that's based here in Adelaide. It is an online Facebook group, which is fantastic. It's been created by people who are going through the journey themselves. They are here to support people who are going through the journey, or people who have loved ones going through the journey or have lost loved ones to brain tumours. It is a Facebook group. So if you're not on Facebook, they do actually have monthly meetings on the first weekend of every month. Please ring the NRF office. Our number's here, the 0419 844 511, and we can tell you where the next catch-up is. Very friendly group, full of a lot of knowledge in this space. Just like to remind people that if your condition is lasting more than 6 months, you could benefit from a GP management plan. Make sure that you discuss that with your GP. We also recommend that you have you get a partner or a loved one or a friend registered as your carer. There are many services carers can access that patients actually can't. They have great respite services, but especially they can even get funding to assist transporting people to and from appointments. So their number's here and it will be on the link. So I recommend every patient gets themselves a registered carer. Within the carer, there's two that are age group classifications. So if you are under 45 years, carers can apply to access NDIS through families and carers. But if you're over 65, it's through My Aged Care. And here are the websites here. Then we have the website for the Australian New Zealand Clinical Trials Register. This is where all the clinical trials currently happening in Australia or coming up are registered. You must, though, liaise with your oncologist and your neurosurgeon about the appropriateness of what stage you're at in your journey and to what's available. There are more and more trials opening up in Adelaide, so it is worth having a look. Once, if you have got a carer, Calvary Community Care is one of the services that they'll be able to apply for and access. For home care support, disability support, again, the hospital to home visits. There are services here that you as a patient can access. However, I have heard mainly there's a lot of good services here for carers to access. The RDNS also provide exactly the same, especially if you're on the national disability. You don't have to be on the NDIS to access these services. However, there are many packages available if you are on the NDIS. However, you can get support, personal care, domestic assistance, or home modifications, all those things that you might need from these guys. Then there's Look Good, Feel Better organisation. They're a free service. They're here to help with the side effects of the treatments you're going through. They just give you tips on dry skin, hair and headgear tips. Just sometimes it's maybe not even about how just looking good, but just actually just feeling better. Strongly recommend you get in touch with them if you're needing a bit of a confidence boost. Then Building the Bridge to Life is a great service for aftercare. This one's more for once you've been through your journey and you're wanting to well, you need support getting back into the workplace. So this is beyond living beyond cancer and moving on to getting back into life. Then there's also the Palliative Care SA. Now, this is not about the end of life. This is about extending the quality of life, and many people are hesitant to contact Palliative Care SA. They have many services available for people living with a chronic illness. So it's not all about end of life. And I really encourage you to give them a call and not to be thinking that it's just about the end of life. They're very experienced, and they can help you access services that will help living with a chronic illness. Then there are the three main childhood organisations. There's the Childhood Cancer, which again provides counselling, respite care, support for the child going through cancer and the families supporting them. This is very much for any age child. And then there's Canteen. Interestingly, Canteen actually goes from 12 to 25. So many people think that it finishes at 19 to 20. Again, the great program here is the peer-to-peer support. A lot of people like to hear from people who are going through the same or similar journey. There's also useful support here, not only for the patient, but for parents and for siblings. Very good, heard lots of really good reports about the service. Red Kite, again, do very much the same as the other two programs. However, these guys are specifically also helping people access services from the country, helping connect groups, and helping people having to come from the country to the city for services. And also hospital visits, all the appointments. So this is for aged 18 and under. It is for all children, but I have heard that they're particularly good with people who have to travel to the city from the country. So, like I said, all these organisations are listed on our website. The slide presentation will go up on the website as well, so you can see it either in the slide presentation or you can access it direct from our website under www.nrf.com.au/brain tumour info under patient info. And then there's also the paediatric brain tumour information page as well, which lists all those organisations. And then we also have on our website all the brain tumour research that we fund. So thank you very much for joining us today. Please take a look at all those resources that are already up on our website or will be up shortly. And please contact us if you've got any questions. Thank you very much.